Hello friends, welcome to my videos. So in this video I am gonna take you through the SharePoint migration tool which has been recently released by Microsoft, and the purpose of this tool is to transfer data from your existing file shares and SharePoint on-premises sites to SharePoint Online. This tool is very easy to use and there are a lot of things associated with it that I'm gonna show you during this migration, and I should say the simulation. So the first step of the process is to download the tool. So as you can see, I have opened the page from Microsoft site where you can actually download it. So let's go ahead and select this, click on install. Okay, so before this exercise I actually installed the tool, so that's why you directly see this. Otherwise it's gonna download and then it's gonna install automatically for you. So the first step of this process is to sign in into your Office 365 account. As you see, you have this option of sign in. So click on sign in. Alright, so use your SharePoint Online authentication account. I mean to say your login account. Click on next. Enter your password. Okay. Now as you see, I have three options. Select SharePoint on-premises, file share and CSV file for bulk migration. So if I go for the first option of SharePoint on-premise, I need to put a site URL there, then I need to authenticate to the on-premise site as well. But if you are operating on a machine where you are already authenticated to your on-premise site, then you may not need to authenticate again because it may pick up the authentication information from the existing session. On the other hand, you need to make sure that you put your credentials in the form of your email address. For example, if you log in as abc@xyz.com and then you have a password, so make sure you use that. Alright, so for the purpose of this exercise, let's go ahead with this file share option. It is asking me choose of what file share do you want to migrate. So I have already created a folder in my environment. This is what I'm gonna migrate. So I click on next. It is asking me to put a SharePoint online site URL and then it's gonna populate the list of document libraries based on that. So in front of you, as you see, I already have a SharePoint site open. So I'm gonna copy the URL and we'll see what exactly happens. So I entered the URL and then I pressed tab. So now it was reading the document. See, it was reading the document libraries. So now this tool was able to read all available document libraries and you can see the names here. Now out of this drop down, you're gonna select one where your destination is gonna be. So as I showed you just a few seconds back, I'm transferring into this level. So I select this and click on add. Okay, so a task has been added. So as you can see, we are now ready to migrate. I have this option enabled now. So let's go and check what else can we do. Okay, so I have a tab for settings, only perform scanning, so it's off. Enable incremental migration, that's good. Migrate file version history, okay. Keep all versions. Do not migrate hidden files, off. If I keep on, only none hidden file would go. Oh, I can even migrate certain files by putting such filters. Wow. But this for on premises and this is for both. Modified before. Wow, that's great. Oh, and another thing, I can even select the file types that I want to migrate. Okay, and I have to put a separator. Okay, now if you have Active Directory synchronization enabled with Office 365, then you don't need these options. I mean, user mapping file and other stuff. So what happens here, uh, if you have explicit, I mean unique permission defined, then yes, that gets migrated there as well. But if you have inherited permission, then that's not gonna work in your of SharePoint Online, because the inheritance would stay in place. There's not gonna be any change in that. So another thing, if you do not have Active Directory uh, synchronization involved, you can create a user mapping so that when you migrate a file, the system actually knows whom to replace with whom, so that you are able to migrate it along with the permissions. And that is very important, because you may want to have the same security settings as you had on your file share. So in this way you can do that. All right, save. Now click on migrate, and I see something is going on. So it is in the first round, and right now it is scanning for the files. That's good. Now it is migrating. It just see the changes in the number here. It managed to locate a file because there was only one folder in the file. And here you can see the size of the data as well. So the file was pretty small, and that was created only for this test purpose. Okay, so you can even view the task report as well. That's gonna show you how it worked. See, it's gonna show you everything, like file summary, package summary, scan, the user not mapped also. So something that fails, something that goes through, everything you're gonna see here. Now once you migrate a file, you can always keep it for future incremental use, so that in case of any changes in your shared drive, you can migrate the same to your environment. And that becomes important when you are in an organization where various people access various files, so that you always have to make sure that you always have the latest information available in your files. So I don't want it for now, so click on no. Okay, I can click the report, and that's, if I'm not wrong, yes, that's gonna take me to the same folder, and I can see some else summary report. Let's take a look. How does it look like? I do not have a desktop version. I mean, still I'm using trial, so this is not gonna open for me. But anyway, now we understand how it goes through. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you put a like and comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.